Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Data Stories, your one-stop solution for value addition. In today's session, we will be continuing the data for banking. In last session, we discussed multiple data-related factors around banking. Today, we will be including more. So let us begin. So when we are talking about banking in today's session, Today we will be majorly focusing on factors such as PM Jan Dhan Yojana accounts, that how UPI transactions have increased over the years, what does the insurance penetration look like, and also scenario around microfinance. So when we are talking about PM GDY accounts, PM Jan Dhan Yojana accounts, what we are seeing that as of now the number stands somewhere around 56.16 crore, which is a monumental increase if we are comparing it with 2015. The growth has been 3.8x. The deposits as of now stand around 2.68 lakh crores. But when we consider this as a factor for banking economy, we also have to take in consideration the digitalization of banking. So in this context, we look at UPI transaction. The voluminous UPI transactions stand at 228.3 billion. The value stands somewhere around 300 lakh crores, and the volume year on increase as of now is 29%. So year on increase stands at close to 30%. Then if we talk about insurance penetration, what we have seen that it has gradually upped its number and 3.7. Life insurance is 2.7%. Non-life insurance stands unfortunately at 1%. If you look at the density of insurance penetration, it stands somewhere around $97 per person. However, if you look at the global penetration of insurance, that is at 7.3. So if we want to highlight how stark is the difference in insurance penetration, it is a good number to pick. But apart from that, another factor that we need to consider here is what is the potential of insurance penetration. India stands as the 10th largest market globally. So that shows that the potential here is immense. Now we will be moving towards microfinance. What we will be looking here is at the gross loan portfolio that exists. Before moving into detail, what we have seen is that microfinance unfortunately has seen a dip. This year we are seeing 17% year on year reduction, and in this context we have come down to 3.39 lakh from 4.08 lakh. And unfortunately, in this context, we are seeing 6th consecutive quarterly decline. But another factor that we need to consider here, that the consumers or the borrowers in this context, they are increasing. So as of now, we have 5.5 crore unique borrowers. The sector stress here is that every quarter that we are seeing almost exit of 50 lakh borrowers. That can be related to somewhat to an extent to NP as well. Now let us dissect all of this in more detail, and starting with understanding that how we have seen the increase in Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts over the years. So if we are looking at it, as I said, the initial numbers, if you compare it with, and if you see the present number, there has been a stark increase where the issuance of RuPay cards has been around 38.68 crores cards have been issued, which also includes 2 lakh accident cover. When we are talking about direct benefit transfer, there also we are seeing 6.9 lakh crore already transferred. 327 government schemes have been covered by the JAM Trinity. Apart from that, when we are looking financial inclusion index, the numbers have positively increased here. 64.2, this index has moved from 53.9. So this is where we see accounts turning 3x, the deposits turning 12x, and that is, this whole shows that how digitalization, how banking penetration is gradually increasing. Now moving towards insurance, when we look at insurance, another important factor we have to consider here, that when we are comparing the numbers, we have understood India lags behind, global average stands at 7.3. But another factor that we need to look into is the total premiums coming in. So the premiums over the time have shown an increase. When we are talking about dominant leader here, we have still LIC. If we look into nominal premiums, in that also India holds the 10th rank based on Swiss Re report. Now we will be moving to look into other factors here as well, focusing on UPI volume. So when we are talking about UPI volume, we have discussed that how over the years it has shown remarkable increase with giving coverage across 80 to 90% of India, and this is global real-time payment system that we are seeing, and this has been validated. This data in front of you is from IMF itself. We have 500 million unique UPI users in early 2026 itself. We have 694 banks which are present live on UPI. We have 12 plus countries where UPI is applicable. That means if you are going to any of these countries and you are using UPI, you can. And the average ticket size is also increasing. As of now, it stands around rupees 1293. As of now, amidst this also you have to take note that this is dominated by biggest as of now is PhonePe. The second is taken up by Google Pay at 37%, especially when we are looking at payment to the merchants. Last factor that we are going to look into is in the portfolio related to microfinance, where we are going to just not just the portfolio but the stress and also lender mix. So we have seen how microfinance is showing gross loan portfolio in decline, but when we look at the lender mix, another thing that is clearly highlighted here is the fact that how it is NBFCs which are dominant when we are talking about microfinance institutions. Second, we have banks, and NBFCs and the bank number is highly different. Another very important thing that you need to understand here is if active borrowers we have 5.5 crores, women borrowers here we are seeing 97%. However, positively, we have recovery signs in microfinance as well, where we are seeing that originations are increasing 9.2% quarter on quarter, and average ticket size is also increased and it is standing somewhere around 60,200 rupees. Now that was all for the data stories. Use it well for your answers. Thank you so much.